Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good morning.
Waalaikumsalam, sir. Good morning.
Salam, good morning.
Okay, so we are going to continue. Okay, first off, we are going to finish on the input and output operation, and then we are going to proceed with operator and implementation of operator and expressions. Most of it, most of the content we already covered, but in terms of the implementation on the programming part je lah, okay, in this chapter. Okay, basically it is the same as before. However, we are going to look truly in terms of the syntax, okay, the C syntax, how we are going to convert the equation, the expression in C programming. Okay, first the get char, puts and put char kan. So have you encountered anything, any problem while doing this exercise? Okay, gets. Okay, first let's look at gets then. So gets actually is used to input a string only. Okay, you cannot use it to input any other than string. Okay, gets. Okay, and then we have get char. Okay, so get char is also to input something, but the thing is it is only applicable for character. So similar as gets, but gets is for input string. Getcha is to input character, okay, from user. So if you have a number, okay, input of the type any number, okay, integer ke float ke, so you cannot use either these two lah, gets or getcha. Both you cannot use. Okay. So, but the thing is, the problem with the gets is most of the time, okay, most of the time, I'm not saying that confirm kan, you will get this error kan, but most of the time, you will face this problem. Okay, for example, I already created one more variable, okay, the type of string, okay, for user to be able to input the address. Okay, so address is a string. Okay, so instead of using scanf, because we know that scanf only allowed user to input one word, and if it is more than one, then it will detect the rest as it won't capture the rest of the words, and so only the first words will be captured if you are if you use scanf for string. Okay, this is the problem with string only. Okay, so numbers, integer, and float doesn't have this problem. Okay, you can straight away use scanf. Okay, so let's say we want to enter. Okay, this is as a continue from yesterday. To enter address. Okay, so what happen if we use scanf? So we already look at this problem yesterday. Number address lah. Let's say we have more than one word. Okay. So what will happen is tak pin lagi tak So, pin first. Okay. Address. Yang sikit lah. Okay. Then you will see that it only capture the first word only. Okay. Ni FGGF. Okay, the rest is it's not captured by the compiler lah. So that's the limitation of scanf. Okay, scanf. So to avoid this, you can use there are actually more than one solution for this. Okay, there's more than one solution. Okay, but the one that we covered is only by using the gets. Okay, so gets. So instead of using scanf now, so I put a comment over here. So comment ni meaning that it is it won't be read by the compiler. Okay, so I'm going to replace it with gets. Okay, gets. So gets is very simple. Okay, the format is like this, and then the things that you put inside is only the variable name. Okay, no other things other than the variable. So in this case, the variable is address. Okay, boleh. Everyone get this then? You done this already, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So some of you may be successfully running this without to have adding any other apa any other apa nama tu, any other apa dah, any other than this lah. Okay, for example, if I run my program so far, okay, until this point it looks okay kan. Okay lagi. But if you notice, once I entered name, okay, over here, entered name, and then it will skip which statement, guys. If you notice, it skip apa?
Get.
Gets ni kan, gets address. So supposedly, user should be able to enter the address kan. But in this case, it is not. So it just skip the input part, okay, for the address, and straight away execute the next statement, which is printf hello ni kan. Okay, it skip gets. So syntax wise, you already use a correct syntax. However, the problem with gets is that it have what we call as something related to buffer lah. Okay, buffer punya problem. Okay, so to solve this, one of the way to solve this is to flush the buffer. Something related to buffer. If you Google it, you may read in details. Okay, so to flush the problem lah kan. Flush the problem first before we use get. Okay, so this is one way to do it. Okay, by using this statement, flush bracket stdin. Alright, flush every time you want to you face this problem, before you use get, you flush first every time, not just single flush. This I mentioned this every time you face this problem. What is the problem? The problem is the compiler skip the input part. Okay, when you are applying the gets. So every time you face this problem, you apply f gets, f flash. Sorry. So let's say we have 5 gets statement kan, gets name, gets address, gets apa kan, gets IC kan. So every time you want to use gets, you flash first. Get it Alright. Okay. Supposedly once you put the flash over here, supposedly okay, it should be okay Kalau tak okay tu, kena cari solution lain okay. So we have the address, okay, for example. Right. So now user can enter the address successfully kan. Boleh? Boleh kelas?
Boleh.
So there's no scan F anymore. So there's no scan F kat sini. Saya letak komen tu kan. Right. So similarly, you can apply for name as well. Okay. So name more than one word kan. So if you are using scanf, the output is not going to be very accurate. Okay. So instead use gets over here. Gets. This is what I asked you to do yesterday kan. So similar, before you use gets flash first. Okay, flash stdin and use gets. Okay, enter number silap. Number is number lah kan. If you enter other than number, then there will be a problem Okay, gender, name, more than one word, address, more than one word. Okay? Boleh kelas?
Boleh sir.
Okay, simple only. Alright, so let's look at the get char. Okay, get char is get char over here. Okay, get char is specifically for character only. Character not a number Character. Similar as gets and puts. Okay, however get char is for character only. So how to use it? Macam ni Senang je kan. A little bit different from gets. Okay, the syntax format is a little bit different. This is not integer ni not integer So it's supposed to be character, char value. Tak boleh guna untuk number. So ni salah So this is wrong. It's supposed to be char value. Alright. So let's look at char. So we have char gender So previously we use scanf. So you can replace this with get char. Get char. However, the syntax is not something like this. Not gender. Not something like this. So this is wrong. Okay, wrong formatting. Wrong syntax. So instead, you must put the variable in front of it. Like that. Let me give space. Okay. This is how you use get char. So what's the effect? Nothing different from scanf. Same effect. Okay. Same gender. Okay. So over here, we face a problem with get char. So what you need to do? Nak buat apa kelas? Kalau macam ni.
New line.
Ha?
New line.
New line. No.
Flash.
Flash. Okay. Got problem? Solve it with flash. This is only applicable for gets and get char. Not every problem can be solved with flash. Okay, flash. Okay, flash. Okay, now you can enter the value. Lihat lah, flash. Only for gets and get char, you flash. So when to flash? Before use it. Boleh?
Boleh.
Okay. So next we have puts and put char. So this is also for string and character. Okay, first let's look at the output statement that we can change to puts and put char. Okay, first it must be string kan for puts. So this one is a string. So instead of using printf, now we are using puts. Puts. So how to use puts? Ini je kan. It is simple. Puts. And then okay, just put the variable inside. Puts. So in this case, the variable is name kan. Name. So, sama lah, effect dia sama Malah nak buat. Okay, the effect is similar. Okay. So next is put char. Put char the what is it? Put char. Okay, put char is similar with puts. Okay, put char is for character. So you just put in bracket and write down the variable name inside of it. So again, the limitation of puts and put char, you cannot combine it with other statement. Okay, for example, this text you cannot put inside. Okay, compared to printf, okay, you can put anything inside of printf, kan? But in this case, you just put the variable. So if you want to if you want to add other than a variable, so you have to put printf also, kan? So for example, you want to mimic this one, kan? You want to print the same thing like before, kan? We have name equal to what, kan? So you must put printf. If you want to use puts, you must put printf name equal to and leave it empty, and then name over here. So if it is me, and I just use printf, kan? So one single statement cover everything. If not, if you want to use put, you have to accompany it with printf text. Okay, printf, what is the text in front of the variable, kan? So this one is similar with single printf. Boleh kelas?
Boleh.
Okay. Any question?
Other question.
Yeah. Okay.
If we use get char instead of flash, can
Sorry, what? You want to use get char?
instead of using flash?
Get char should be used with flash, not instead. Get char, if you want to use get char, you must apply flash. Okay, otherwise you might face the problem that I showed you earlier. Okay, it will skip the get char process. Okay, it will skip the input process. That's the problem with get char. If you want to use get char, you must use f flash.
Okay, thank you,
Okay.
sir.
Right.
Sir,
Yeah.
ada orang nak minta masuk.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so if no problem, ni saya komen lah. Okay, if no problem, let us move to operator and expression implementation. Okay, in C program. Alright, so this is easy. It's very easy actually. Okay. Okay, for example, if you want to do some calculation. Oh, wait. One more thing that I miss over here is constant. Constant. Okay, before we move to operator and expression, one thing that I miss is constant. Okay, do you still remember what is constant, class? What is a constant? Ingat lagi tak?
Fixed integer.
Okay, constant. So constant is, yes, it is a fixed, not integer. It is variable. Any types of variable, you can declare it as a constant. So what is a constant? Constant is a fixed variable. Any types of variable, if you declare it as a constant, what will happen is you cannot change the value of that particular variable anywhere inside of your program. Supposedly, you cannot do that. Okay, for example, we have integer number over here. Okay, so this is not a constant. How we can identify it is a constant or not? By looking at the declaration. So during the declaration, if it is like this, meaning that it is not a constant. But if you found there's a word constant in front of the variable declaration, then it is a constant. Boleh? So what's the effect? Okay, as I said, constant, the value cannot be changed. Meaning that it should have an initial value, kan? So initial value is, you put it over here. For example, the value for number is 100. So throughout the entire program, there cannot be a process that change this value. Okay, for example, over here we have, okay, somebody want to change the value of number to 10 instead of 100. Okay, you see 100. Okay, we put its constant value as 100, but somewhere in the middle of the program, okay, there's a statement that want to change this value. So what will happen is you will get error. Do you see my error, class? What's the error? Can you see the error? Assignment of read-only variable number. The error is on this because the statement try to change a constant value. So constant value cannot be changed. So if this program require you to change the value of number, you cannot declare it as a constant. So how to remove this error is by removing the constant lah. So you can change the value. Okay. So right now I build it again, the error is gone. Okay. But if you require constant in your program, so you cannot change this. You cannot do this. Okay. You can only use it for calculation, or you can use it for uh, printing the value, okay, for output, okay, either calculation or output process. For okay, changing the value cannot. How changing value can be happen kan? Either by using calculation, for example 10 plus number 2 kan, for example kan. So is it allowable? Okay, like this, if it is a constant. Is it correct, class? Is this statement correct?
No.
No, kan? Because this will also change the value of number, kan? So it cannot be happen because number is a constant. So you cannot change the value. You will get the same error, okay? Read only variable number. Okay, so cannot. Okay, cannot. Okay, next is, okay, there are two ways to declare a constant. Okay, first is inside of main body like this, or the other way is on top of this. Okay, preprocessor directive where you put the statement define. Okay, define. Okay, in this case, let's say we want to declare number, kan? Define number 100. So it will give the same meaning as this. Same meaning, different place of declaration of constant. So this is also how you declare a constant variable. Boleh, kelas?
Boleh.
Okay, that's the
Boleh.
constant. Okay? Constant, the value cannot be changed. Alright. So now let us do some calculation. Okay. Calculation.
So ada orang nak masuk.
Alright. So calculation. Buang lah ni. Okay, simple calculation first. Okay, between integer and integer. So let's say we have integer, number 2. Then, okay, user need to enter percendi, integer kan, percendi. And then we have one more integer answer. Okay. Then we want to print the answer, kan. Print F. New line. So equal to, kan? How you want to print answer? How you want to print answer, class? Do you still remember?
Percent D,
Percendi,
comma, variable
variable what? Answer,
name.
kan? Okay. Okay, so this is the input part. Okay, this is the output part. So how to get this output? Dia lah sini kan. There should be an assignment over here to get answer, kan. So in this case, so let's say we have addition, kan. Number plus number 2. Itu je lah. Okay. Very simple, kan. Okay, print F, answer undeclared. Kenapa salah? Detect.
Typo.
Okay. So this is not similar with the one that you declare. Okay. Okay, enter number 1, enter number 2. Simple je, kan? Okay, boleh, kelas? So this is the basic lah. Okay, if you want to do subtraction, division kan, multiplication. Okay. And then so this is the basic one. Okay, next is hopefully everyone still remember arithmetic operator, relational, logical ni kan. Okay, so this is the basic operator. Okay, unary operator. Okay, unary. What is unary operator, class? Do you still remember this? Unary operator. Ada tak kita belajar ni? What's the meaning of plus plus? Plus plus. Okay, prefix plus plus, postfix plus plus. Okay, I think to understand the prefix and postfix, first you need to do this by yourself. Okay. Okay, how about we do this as exercise first. So retype this program. Okay, look at the output and next class tell me what's the difference between a prefix and postfix. Okay, from your understanding. Okay, retype this and let me know what is prefix and postfix. Okay, type and submit through column. Okay, so this is your first task. Yeah. So I'm going to give you some tasks. Okay, so this is your first task because programming you need to do it. You cannot just listen and programming. In order to master programming, you need to do it. Okay, so submit this. Okay, just retype, understand, submit. Next week, I am going to ask you. And your second task is, okay, go to column. Okay, go to column. Okay, so this is the second task. Okay, inside of week 10 section, week 10. Question week 11 lab sheet. Okay, download this. But you need to submit over here. Submit in lab week 11. Don't submit over here. The question is in week 10, but submit in week 11. Okay, week 11. Okay, so download this question. So this is the question. Answer question number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. Number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. So altogether we have 5 questions to be completed today. Boleh But it is very very simple. Don't worry. Boleh kelas
Boleh.
Okay, so first question is just retype this. Okay, this is one program and then understand this program, why you got the specific output and differentiate what is prefix and postfix based on this program only. Okay, so this program let you understand what is prefix and postfix. Okay, this is one question. Second question is inside of week 10 section, download the question. Okay, lab sheet question. Answer week 10, 1, 2, 3, and 4 only. So altogether you must submit 5 different C program. So where to submit? Submit in week 11 submission section lab. Week 11, week 11. Right, so any question? Hello? Question, class?
No, sir.
What if no then okay.
Sir,
If
we already know what is a prefix and postfix, that do we need to do the coding or
yes,
we just
you
write it?
already know, then just do it. So next week I will ask.
Okay.
All right. Any other question? Okay, so if no, you may proceed with the exercise. So submit before midnight. Okay. See you guys next week. Thank you. Assalamualaikum.
Thank you, sir.
Waalaikumsalam.
Sir,
Ya,
tak ada ke cara lain selain daripada guna gets tu?
ada.
Ada?
Ada cara lain, but I'm not going to discuss it over here.
Oh.
You boleh cari kat Google, ada beberapa cara lain.
Ada cara yang saya cari yang guna F get tu. Tapi
Boleh. Apa-apa
tahu.
saja cara boleh, as long as it works.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Alright. Thank you, sir.
Okay.